What's going on, people? Welcome back to the video. So from today's title, you can see I'm going to be talking about my journey in crypto so far and how crypto almost damaged me financially and, more importantly, mentally. Now, if you're anyone who is currently in the crypto market and is struggling a bit, or if you're someone who's thinking about getting into the crypto market, I feel as though this video is gonna be of use to you and it's gonna do you some good. Now, for me to actually make this video and go into the story time, I'm gonna go back to 2012. I think this was my second year in uni. I had a friend who showed me about forex trading. Now, he told me that he was making, £1,000 a week and it's easy and he can show me what to do. At this time, I didn't know that it was actually a demo account. And when friends always tell you something, or if they're making a certain amount of money, they always try to make it sound a bit better than it is and make it a bit more glossy. But obviously this piqued my interest because of the amount that he said that he was making a week, which was of course on a demo account. So I asked him if he could show me exactly what he was doing, and he did. But looking back now, as someone who's been in the market for years and been in and out, he definitely didn't know what he was doing. But when your friends are doing something or trying to show you something, you always show them support. And if it can be of use to you, then why not? After a while, I actually found out that he didn't really know what he was doing. He was making no money at all. I decided to actually go on my own journey in the forex markets, which also wasn't very good at all. It led me to just scammers, bad signals, and I had a few wins here or there, but it was nothing to write home about. I lost more than I got out of the market. So at this time, around 2012 to 2014, trading wasn't how it is now on social media. You have all these millionaire traders who are going all over the world, making vlogs. They're on Instagram. Don't get me wrong, trading was still a big thing back then, but it was more of a niche subject and audience. And at the time, when you were telling people about trading, they literally were just telling you that it was a scam straight away. Not like now, where every single person you meet either knows a trader, wants to be a trader themselves, or something along those lines. From the time of 2012 to 2013, I would try to make income from the markets, but I had such a small pot of money to play with that any money that I made wasn't going to make a difference to my life. But I thought I could turn £1,000 into £50,000, £100,000, which at that time sounded amazing. But as I said, at the time I was very uneducated on how the markets work and what type of risks they entail. This time I decided to actually give up on it and walk away from the markets, and just go back to my 9 to 5 and try to go in a different direction to see what else I could do. If there was any other investments that I could make. But I kept on having like a calling for the financial markets. It's something that I have a passion for. I don't have a lot of passions in this life, but definitely business and financial markets and aviations are three of the things that I love. So it always called me back. After about 6 years of being out of the market, so from 2015 to 2021, I decided that I wanted to get back into the market. After working my 9 to 5, saving some money, I decided I wanted to get back in. But there was a key difference. I wanted to get back in more on the investor side. I didn't want to be someone who's always getting into the market, say if I got into the market on a Monday, then I'm out by Tuesday or Thursday. I just want to be someone who puts the money in, invest it, and just let it ride out. Whether that's 1 or 2 years that I have to wait, then I'm fine with that. It's just that doing it that way, there's just less pressure on you. You're able to dollar cost average and put in money every single day if you have to. So that's the kind of angle that I wanted to come back in. Even if I take you back to around 2013 times, I had heard about crypto, but it was so new at the time that it automatically felt like a scam. It even felt worse than Forex. So it wasn't something that I looked into once I left the markets in 2015. I just left it completely. So if anyone remembers, in 2021, we had a bull market, and that's when I came back. But the time that I came back in, it's just my luck that I came back in when the market was about to reverse. You know, everyone for that year in 2021 had been, well, 2020 and 2021 had been putting money into these coins. Literally, you could put £1,000 and you turn it into 30 or 40,000 pounds in the space of a few months. So I came back to the market, put some money in, and I started making some small profits. And then of course, in my last video, like I talked about, the market just turned around on me, and I ended up literally losing everything what I had put in. That video is actually in the description below, how I lost out on £20,000 worth of profit. So down to not just the market turning around on me, I felt like at the time I was just investing into anything random. I had heard how people were becoming millionaires overnight. So it was a lot to do with my bad investing into coins, and also the market turning around on me. Especially hard for me because money that I had worked hard for and that I invested into the market was literally going in front of my face. So this was a hard pill for me to swallow because of my prior time in the markets, also losing everything as well. So this was like, oh, it's happening all over again. So this is when I decided that I needed to actually make a change in how I'm approaching things. I need to actually take a step back and actually get educated on, you know, the market that I was going into and how to actually invest money into the correct coins and at the correct time. Now, some of the criteria that I had for myself was to take profits, which is, you know, funny because even though I had that criteria for myself, once I did see a lot of profits, as I said on my previous video on Jasmy Coin, I didn't take it and I lost out on those profits, but I was able to make that up on other coins. So taking profits was a thing for me. Investing as close to the bottom as I could, and also investing over a scheduled amount of time. So not always putting the money into coins at one time. So it would be maybe I could put in a bit every day, or every 2 weeks I would put in a certain amount. That way your average is getting better on the coin, and over time you're able to put more money into it. So this allowed me to actually, you know, get better once 2024 came around and we had a mini bull run. It wasn't the full thing, but we had a mini bull run, you know, where coins were doing, you know, 5 and 6x, and, you know, coins such as Algorand, Near Protocol, I was able to get some amazing profits out of those. Nothing life-changing, but it showed me that I could actually do this. So the next time around, you know, I was in the know of what to do and how a bull market looked, how a bear market looked, and where to take profits. I made this video as more of a lesson just for people that are in the markets and are having a hard time, or for people who are who actually want to get into the markets, because I've been here for a very, very long time, and I've had more losses than I've had wins, but the wins that I have had have been enough to outweigh the losses and make it worth it for me to continue investing. So currently, right now, I am still investing into crypto. We're currently going through a tough time at the moment. We didn't have the bull run that we expected, but if you're in this thing for the long run, you'll keep investing. Coins are down at the moment, which means it's an amazing opportunity to, you know, get your averages down and be able to put more money into the project. I've got an Ethereum video coming out very soon, just on how I'm investing into Ethereum and how much I'm putting into it, so that'll be up there soon. But for this one, I appreciate you watching, and have a good day, guys.